Your Storm Station forecast with meteorologist Malcolm Byron.
A real interesting forecast today. We haven't been talking about really high rain chances today, and that's peculiar because we do have a passing disturbance just to our northeast. Notice these fast-moving yellow arrows? That's the jet stream, and there's a little dip in it, which we call a trough, and rising motion from that trough could spark some thunderstorms. However, and you really can't ignore this, it's really clear on the water vapor imagery. See all that brown right there? That's dry air that's centered over the I-20 corridor, and it's moving south. So while the disturbance may spark storms, it'll be fighting against this dry air, and that in and of itself would work against thunderstorms. But looking at the current satellite and radar imagery, if we look north in that corridor of dry air, we're still sparking some showers and thunderstorms. However, it's not a widespread deal. Just spotty action developing. Nothing locally for now, but Futurecast would hint at the potential for some spotty thunderstorm development moving into the afternoon. I can't rule it out, so there might be a few downpours out there for the drive home. Just keep that in mind, but it's not going to be significant, and I don't think it'll be something everybody sees today. Tonight, we get rid of any rain that does decide to form. We have mostly clear skies overnight, and that allows our lows to dip into the upper 60s. Then tomorrow we rinse and repeat. There'll actually be a separate passing disturbance, but remember, we've got dry air to work with, so even tomorrow, spotty showers and thunderstorms will be in the forecast. Right now across the capital city, we've got a mixture of clouds and sun. 86 degrees our current air temperature. We've been touching on this throughout the newscast. We still have the dry air in place, meaning that the 86 degrees is, well, a lot more comfortable than what we would ordinarily feel in the summertime. I mean, the heat index is only a couple degrees warmer than the air temperature. That's an indicator of slightly lower humidity. And where do we find all that moisture? Offshore in the Gulf waters, as denoted by these greens and yellows. However, as we get into late week, we'll start seeing it creep back into the area. By Thursday and Friday, I think we'll be feeling a little bit more steamy at times. Maybe not at all points in the day, but that's when we start to pump the humidity back into the region. So on the Storm Station 7-day forecast, one effect of that rising humidity is rising overnight lows. We go from the upper 60s on Wednesday morning to the lower 70s on Thursday morning, keeping lower 70s on Friday morning, then into the mid 70s by Saturday morning. You can't drop below your dew point temperatures. And when those rise, an indicator of rising humidity, so do our overnight lows. Temperatures will also be rising in the coming days. 93 on Thursday, 95 on Friday. Weirdly enough, with a little more humidity there, we still don't increase our rain chances. If anything, they go down as just our environment won't support too much in the way of rain. But over the weekend, can't rule out a spotty shower or thunderstorm. We do have a 20% rain coverage on Saturday, 10% on Sunday. There for spotty shower and storm activity. Now let's head out into the tropics. We're watching this belt of the tropics right now, and you can see a little disturbance right there. Now there's a red X on the screen with this red shaded area. National Hurricane Center is saying there is a high chance of tropical development in the next 7 days. The next name on the list is Gabrielle, so we'll be watching that over the next couple of days. I think we would see development by late week or the weekend if it actually does become a system. This will continue moving west. A little too early to say what this will do in the long term, but for now it does not appear like immediate Gulf Coast impacts would be anticipated.